When an 11-year-old girl walked onto the America's Got Talent stage in 2016, nobody expected what would happen next. This wasn't just another cute kid doing a talent show performance. This was the moment that would launch a hip-hop prodigy into stardom, transform her into a Disney Channel sensation, and prove that age is just a number when you've got undeniable talent and unstoppable drive. What happened to Katz after that incredible audition shocked everyone, including her own parents who didn't even know she'd sent in the tape. Her journey from viral act sensation to Netflix leading lady is one of the most remarkable transformations in recent entertainment history. Katz was an undeniable force from the moment she grabbed the microphone. With her old-school hip-hop flow, magnetic stage presence, and fearless confidence, this young rapper from Melville, New York, commanded attention in a way that transcended her age. But the road to stardom wasn't as simple as it looked. Behind the viral videos and standing ovations lay a story of relentless dedication, unexpected rejection, and a family that believed in a dream even when others doubted. From being eliminated in the second round of ACT to becoming a household name on one of Disney's biggest shows, Sky's journey proves that sometimes losing a competition can lead to winning at life. The criticism she faced, doors that closed, and the moments of uncertainty all shaped her into the multifaceted entertainer she is today. Join us as we tell you what really happened to Katz from America's Got Talent. The atmosphere in the AT auditorium was electric as 11-year-old Skylar Katz walked confidently onto that massive stage. This wasn't her first time performing, not by a long shot. Since she was 5 years old, Sky had been commanding attention at family parties, rapping along to her parents' favorite old-school hip-hop tracks and loving every second of the reactions she got. Her parents, Fran and Mike Katz, had grown up in Queens during hip-hop's golden age, raised on legends like Q-Tip, Run DMC, and the Lost Boys. That authentic love for the culture ran through Sky's veins like DNA. When she introduced herself to judges Simon Cowell, Howie Mandel, Mel B, and Heidi Klum, there wasn't a trace of nervousness in her voice, just pure, unfiltered confidence that comes from knowing exactly who you are and what you're capable of delivering. What the judges didn't know was that Sky's parents had no idea she'd even auditioned for the show. This sixth grader from West Hollow Middle School had been sending out audition tapes to various shows for months, including the Ellen DeGeneres show, never really expecting callbacks. She'd done it so often that when the phone call from America's Got Talent producers came through, her father, Mike, literally thought it was a prank from one of her friends. The podiatrist from Huntington couldn't believe someone was this excited about his daughter, even though he'd witnessed her talent countless times. Sky's mother, Fran, remembered hearing her daughter record and sent tapes constantly. But this time was different. This time, they wanted her on the biggest stage in America. When the music started and Sky launched into her original song, Fresh, something extraordinary happened. This wasn't some karaoke performance or a cover of someone else's work. This was pure, original Katz, flowing with the kind of old-school chemistry that rappers twice her age struggled to capture. Her lyrics were clever, her delivery was sharp, and her stage presence was absolutely mesmerizing. The iconic line that would echo across social media for weeks came early in the performance, when she rapped with perfect comedic timing about being fresh like a bowl of salad. The audience erupted. You could see it on the judges' faces. That moment of realization that they weren't just watching a talented kid, they were watching something special, something authentic. Something that couldn't be manufactured or taught. Simon Cowell, notoriously difficult to impress, especially when it comes to young performers, sat forward in his chair with an expression of genuine surprise and respect. Howie Mandel's face lit up with that infectious smile that told you he was witnessing something he'd remember for years. Mel B and Heidi Klum were both nodding along to the beat, completely drawn into Sky's world for those electric few minutes. When the performance ended, the standing ovation was immediate and thunderous. The entire auditorium was on their feet, including all four judges. Sky's family in the audience, her siblings Haley, Madison, and Dylan, were screaming and crying with pride, watching their little sister living out a dream they'd all witnessed develop since she was barely out of kindergarten. The judges' comments were glowing with authentic praise that you can't fake. Simon Cowell, perhaps the harshest critic in television history, dubbed her the coolest 11-year-old in the world, a title that would follow Sky for years to come. Howie Mandel praised her originality and fearless delivery, noting that most adults couldn't command a stage with that level of confidence. Mel B appreciated the authenticity of her old-school approach, recognizing that Sky wasn't just copying what was popular, but actually bringing something fresh to the hip-hop landscape. Heidi Klum marveled at how this young girl could embody such maturity and skill while still being herself. All 4 judges slammed their hands on those buttons, sending Sky through to the judge cuts with unanimous approval. The yes votes weren't just formalities. They were celebrations of discovering genuine talent. Social media exploded immediately after Sky's audition aired. The video went viral across YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, racking up millions of views within days. Comments flooded in from around the world, with viewers praising her skill, her confidence, and her refreshing approach to hip-hop. Parents saw her as an inspiration for their own kids. Hip-hop fans appreciated her respect for the culture's golden age. Young people saw someone their age achieving dreams on the biggest stage possible. The hashtags started trending. The reaction videos poured in. And suddenly Sky Katz wasn't just a talented kid from Long Island. She was becoming a viral sensation. But the journey was far from over, and what came next would test everything she'd built. The harsh reality of competition hit Sky hard when she reached the judge cuts round. Despite delivering another strong performance with her song Party Ain't a Party, which showcased her personality and referenced modern youth culture through Instagram and Snapchat, the judges made a devastating decision. Sky's performance wasn't strong enough to advance to the quarterfinals. She was eliminated from America's Got Talent in the second round, sent home while other contestants moved forward toward that $1 million prize and Las Vegas headlining show. For an 11-year-old who just experienced the highest high of her young life, this rejection could have been crushing. Many young performers who face elimination on national television struggle to recover from that very public disappointment. The criticism started rolling in from various corners. Some viewers questioned whether she was too young, whether the novelty of a child rapper could sustain a longer competition. Others pointed out that while her audition was incredible, perhaps the magic couldn't be replicated week after week under the intense pressure of live performance shows. Behind the scenes, Sky faced the reality that many child performers encounter. The entertainment industry is brutal and unforgiving, even to the most talented individuals. There were moments of doubt, times when the weight of that elimination felt heavy on her small shoulders, but Sky had something that many performers twice her age lack: an unshakable belief in herself and a support system that refused to let her give up on her dreams. Her parents, Mike and Fran, had concerns about their daughter entering the sometimes rough-and-tumble music industry, but they saw her passion and dedication clearly. Sky wasn't just playing at being a rapper, she was living it. She spent 2 to 3 nights a week in recording studios across the Bronx, Manhattan, Westchester, and New Jersey, often working until 1 in the morning on school nights. She balanced 3 traveling basketball teams, her academics at West Hollow Middle School, and a relentless recording and performance schedule that would exhaust most adults. Her producer, Sean Annan, noted that Sky never got nervous. She actually performed better with larger audiences, feeding off the energy rather than shrinking from it. But even with all that confidence and work ethic, the AHT elimination stung. It felt like a door closing just when everything seemed to be opening up. What America's Got Talent didn't tell viewers was that Sky had been grinding in the hip-hop scene since she was barely old enough for kindergarten. This wasn't some overnight success story manufactured by reality television. Sky had been performing at her siblings' parties since age 5, developing her craft over thousands of hours of practice and performance. Her parents' deep love for hip-hop's golden age meant she grew up studying the greats, understanding the culture's history and importance, not just mimicking what was popular on the radio. She'd released powerful original tracks like Long Way to Go, tackling serious issues like gun violence with maturity that shocked people who heard it. Her single Haters, a reimagining of Biz Markie's Just a Friend, received critical acclaim worldwide. She'd performed at venues across New York, from Brooklyn's 5 Spot to the Alibria Hotel in Long Beach, building a legitimate fan base that existed completely independent of reality television. The real Sky Katz story wasn't about winning a talent competition. It was about using that platform as a springboard for something bigger. While other eliminated contestants faded from public consciousness, Sky kept working. She kept recording. She kept performing. She kept believing that her moment would come again, and when it did, she'd be ready to seize it with both hands and never let go. It was during an otherwise ordinary day in Austin, Texas, that Sky's entire world shifted on its axis once again. She was preparing to perform at the massive South by Southwest Festival, already a significant achievement for any artist, let alone a preteen. Her father, Mike, walked into her room accompanied by their videographer, and Sky immediately sensed something was different. Then he handed her his phone, telling her that her agent Leslie needed to speak with her urgently. Sky's brain started spinning with possibilities. What she heard next made her scream and jump around like the kid she still was, because she'd just been cast in Raven's Home, the highly anticipated spin-off of Disney Channel's iconic series That's So Raven. This wasn't just any role. Sky would be playing Tess O'Malley, the confident, high-spirited, streetwise best friend to Raven's daughter, Neanne. It was a main cast position on what was guaranteed to be one of Disney Channel's flagship shows, airing alongside Raven Simonet herself, one of the most beloved stars in Disney history. For a girl who'd just been eliminated from ACT, this was validation beyond anything a talent show could have offered. Disney didn't care that she hadn't won America's Got Talent. They cared that she had something special, that undeniable presence that translated through television screens into millions of homes. Her viral ACT audition had done exactly what it needed to do. It proved to the entertainment industry that Sky Katz was the real deal. The reaction from fans was immediate and overwhelming. People who'd fallen in love with Sky during her act were ecstatic to see her land such a prominent role. Social media erupted with congratulations and excitement. YouTube subscribers flooded to her channel, which grew to over 30,000 followers eager to follow her journey. Instagram and Twitter comments poured in by the thousands, with young fans seeing Sky as proof that rejection doesn't mean failure. It just means your success is coming from a different direction. Former ACT viewers who'd been devastated by her elimination now celebrated this unexpected triumph. The hashtags changed from lamenting her loss to celebrating her victory, and Sky's message to aspiring performers became crystal clear. Keep working, keep believing, keep moving forward no matter what obstacles appear in your path. Working on Raven's Home transformed Sky from a viral sensation into a legitimate television actress. She had to learn the technical aspects of hitting marks, understanding camera angles, working within the structure of a multi-camera sitcom, filmed in front of a live studio audience. The pressure was intense, the schedule was demanding, and she was working alongside industry veterans who'd been doing this since before she was born. But Sky approached it the same way she'd approached everything else in her life, with fearless confidence and a willingness to learn from everyone around her. Raven Simonet and Annalise Van Der Poel became mentors, teaching her about comedic timing, getting into character, and navigating the complex world of professional acting. In interviews, Sky spoke glowingly about the cast and crew, describing how the behind-the-scenes atmosphere was just as fun and supportive as what viewers saw on screen. The kids were constantly hanging out between takes, joking around, building the kind of genuine friendships that translated into authentic chemistry on camera. Raven and Annalise provided guidance and wisdom, while also knowing when to let the young cast members be themselves and have fun. Sky learned to balance being similar to her character, sharing Tess's confidence and loyalty to friends while also being different in key ways, particularly in their family dynamics. Getting into character required asking herself how Tess would feel in any given moment, a technique that deepened her acting skills with every episode. The accolades started rolling in as Raven's Home became a massive hit for Disney Channel. The show resonated with both nostalgic adults who'd grown up watching That's So Raven and a new generation of young viewers who connected with the modern characters and storylines. Sky's performance as Tess earned her a nomination at the 48th Daytime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Principal Performance in a Children's Program, a recognition that placed her among the industry's best young performers, standing alongside her castmates with matching nominations. Sky experienced validation that no talent competition could have provided. This wasn't about judges' opinions or audience votes. This was the television industry itself acknowledging her talent and impact. Throughout 4 seasons and 81 episodes, Sky made Tess O'Malley a beloved character in the Disney Channel universe. Young girls saw themselves in Tess's confidence and street-smart attitude. The character became a role model, showing that you could be loyal, honest, and unapologetically yourself while navigating the challenges of friendship and growing up. Sky's music background even enhanced her performance, as she contributed to musical episodes and special performances that showcased her rap skills alongside her acting abilities. In 2019, she appeared on the soundtrack for Disney Channel's live-action Kim Possible movie, merging her 2 passions of music and acting in a project that reached millions of viewers worldwide. During her time on Raven's Home, Sky never abandoned her music career. She released her debut single for Day Summer in 2017, maintaining her presence in the hip-hop world even while building her acting resume. She collaborated with established artists like Lil J, bridging the gap between her young age and the respect she'd earned in hip-hop circles. Later, she evolved her sound, working with Joel Madden from Good Charlotte and Nick Anderson from The Rex, exploring the punk-pop spectrum and showing artistic range that many performers never develop. In 2022, she released Breakup Song, demonstrating growth not just as a performer but as a songwriter tackling more mature themes and emotions. Sky also used her platform for philanthropic work that mattered to her deeply. She became the national ambassador for Sunrise Association, dedicating time and energy to causes beyond entertainment. At youth programs like Keke Palmer's Saving Our Cinderellas in East Los Angeles, Sky inspired young kids to follow their dreams, often bringing participants to tears with her genuine encouragement and real-world advice. She understood the responsibility that came with her platform, recognizing that kids looked up to her and needed to hear that their dreams were valid and achievable. Her mother, Fran, who'd sacrificed so much to help Sky pursue her dreams by relocating from New York to Los Angeles, often teared up watching her daughter inspire others the same way she'd been inspired by the hip-hop legends her parents had introduced her to years earlier. In 2022, Sky's career took another massive leap forward when she landed the starring role in Netflix's original series Surviving Summer. This wasn't a supporting character or ensemble role. Sky was the lead, playing Summer Torres, a rebellious Brooklyn teenager sent to live in a small Australian surf town after getting expelled from school. The role required Sky to carry the entire series on her shoulders, appearing in every scene, driving every storyline, and convincing audiences that this New York kid could authentically navigate the challenges of displacement, cultural clash, and ultimately personal growth. Filming took place in Victoria, Australia, along some of the country's most beautiful coastlines, requiring Sky to spend months away from home in a completely different environment, much like her character. The series premiered on June 3, 2022, and immediately connected with audiences around the world. Sky's portrayal of Summer Torres earned praise for bringing Brooklyn edge and attitude to the small Australian town while showing vulnerability and growth throughout the 10-episode first season. Critics noted her ability to make audiences care about a character who starts out entitled and abrasive, gradually revealing the pain and insecurity beneath Summer's defensive exterior. The show explored themes of belonging, identity, friendship, and resilience through the lens of surf culture and teenage drama, and Sky navigated every emotional beat with skill that belied her young age. Netflix renewed Surviving Summer for a second season, which premiered on September 15, 2023, with Sky continuing to lead the cast through 18 total episodes. Today, at 20 years old, Sky Katz has built an entertainment career that most performers spend decades trying to achieve. She's voiced characters in animated projects like The Imaginary in 2024 and The Gatekeeper in 2025, expanding her range into voice acting. She maintains an active music career with over 8,000 monthly listeners on Spotify and a catalog of singles that showcase her evolution from old-school hip-hop purist to versatile artist exploring multiple genres. Her social media following has grown exponentially, with fans across the world connecting with her authentic personality and inspiring journey. She's performed live concerts, including memorable shows at venues like Mercury Lounge in New York, where fans described the experience as wonderful and intimate. While Surviving Summer was canceled after its second season in 2025, Sky's future remains bright with new projects on the horizon. She was cast in One Stupid Thing in December 2023, continuing to build her filmography with diverse roles that challenge her as an actress. She returned to Raven's home for a special guest appearance in the show's sixth season, reprising her beloved role as Tess O'Malley and reminding fans of the character that helped launch her television career. The reception to her return proved that even though she'd moved on to new projects, the Disney Channel audience still loved and supported her journey. Sky's relationship with her family remains the foundation of everything she's accomplished. Her parents' sacrifice of uprooting their lives to support her dreams, her siblings' unwavering support since those early performances at family parties, and the values instilled by growing up in a household that genuinely loved and respected hip-hop culture. All of it shaped the person and performer she became. She credits her mother for making moments that bring her pride possible, acknowledging the hard work Fran put into managing schedules, relocating to Los Angeles, and believing in a dream when others might have dismissed it as childish fantasy. Her father, Mike, still marvels at what his daughter has accomplished, watching rappers he listened to as a teenager now watching his daughter perform. Her message to young people pursuing their own dreams has been consistent and powerful throughout her journey. At the Saving Our Cinderellas program, she told participants that trying your best means not giving up and not letting others' judgments affect how you pursue your passion. It's advice she's lived personally, having faced elimination from ACT, navigated the pressures of child stardom, balanced multiple demanding careers simultaneously, and continued pushing forward even when doors closed or opportunities didn't work out as planned. She's living proof that rejection from one opportunity often redirects you towards something better, something more aligned with who you're meant to become. Sky Katz's incredible journey from that viral ACT audition to becoming a multi-talented entertainer proves that talent combined with determination, family support, and unwavering self-belief can overcome any obstacle. The 11-year-old who walked onto that stage with old-school flow and fearless confidence has grown into a 20-year-old woman with an impressive body of work spanning television, film, music, and voice acting. She didn't win America's Got Talent, but she won something far more valuable, a sustainable career built on authentic talent and genuine connection with audiences across multiple platforms and mediums. Simon Cowell was right when he called her the coolest 11-year-old in the world, but what he couldn't have known was that she'd become one of the coolest young entertainers in Hollywood, period. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey through Sky Katz's remarkable transformation from angsty sensation to entertainment powerhouse. What do you think about Sky's incredible journey from reality television to Disney stardom to Netflix leading lady? Which of her performances or songs resonates most with you? Let us know in the comments below. And which talent show contestant should we cover next? Drop your suggestions in the comments, and we'll dive deep into their stories too. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss another inspiring story about the talented performers who capture our hearts on talent shows and then go on to prove that the real journey begins after the competition ends. As for Sky Katz, her story is far from over, and we absolutely cannot wait to see what this incredibly talented young woman accomplishes next in her already extraordinary career.